justice for this. And you see, it's the same. She got it around her neck. I guess she just don't care anymore. So this is what Cardi B is saying. She's challenging this lady. She's trying to get justice for this lady. I don't know. I don't understand what that breast got to do with this lady. But anyway, no, I didn't mean to go there. Anyway, in the weeks before her execution, she did that. Wuornos' execution took place October. Okay. All right. In 2002, Wuornos began accusing prison matrons of tainting her food with dirt, saliva, and urine. She said she had overheard conversations among prison personnel trying to get her so pushed over the brink by them. She wound up committing suicide before the execution and wishing to rape her before execution. See, that's the thing right there. That's why the pop-up is all about rape. This is all about rape. Raping a women. She also complained of strip searches, tight handcuffing, door kicking, frequent window checks, low water pressure, mildew on her mattress, and catcalling. In distaste and a pure hatred toward her. Wuornos threatened to boycott showers and food trays when certain officers were on duty. In the meantime, her stomach growling away, and she taking showers through the sink of her cell. Her attorney stated that Ms. Wuornos really just wants to have proper treatment, humane treatment until the day she executed. She added she believes what she has written. She couldn't even get that. Was this woman born to live this life and die this way? Apparently so, it never ended. In the weeks before her execution, Wuornos gave a series of interviews to Brownsfield. She depicts being taken away to meet God. She depicts being taken away to meet God and Jesus and the angels and whatever is beyond the beyond. In her final interview, she once again charged that her mind was tortured at BBC and her head crushed by sonic pressure. Food poisoning and other abuses worsened, she said. Each time she complained with the goal of making her appear insane or to drive her insane. She also turned on her interviewer. You sabotaged my aid. Society and the cops and the system. A raped woman got executed. Exactly. This woman got raped and she got executed. That's what this thing with Cardi is about. Cardi B is about. Cardi B is channeling this woman, bringing her to the attention to show that what happened to raped women. And she said a raped woman got executed and was used for books and movies and S. Her final on-camera words were, "Thanks a lot, society, for railroading my aid." Don Botkins, a childhood friend of Wuornos, later told Broomfield that her verbal abuse was directed at society and the media in general, not at him specifically. So this just sounds like a R. Kelly case, huh? R. Kelly is the face of what happened to this woman. He's the face of what happened to her. And why? From the evidence, R. Kelly hadn't raped anybody. From the evidence, nobody cared that she was raped. But because she was raped, we're just going to execute you. Wuornos' execution took place on October 9, 2002. She died at 9:47 a.m. She declined her last meal, which could have been anything under $20, and opted for a cup of coffee instead. Her last words were, "Yes, I would just like to say I'm sailing with the rock and I will be back." She said she will be back. Now, that's what caught my attention when I first read this article, when I was skimming through it. Is she coming back through Cardi B? Because Cardi B is definitely challenging this woman. Like Independence Day. She coming back like Independence Day with Jesus. Okay, Independence Day is a 96 American science fiction action film directed and co-written by Roland Emmerich. The film features an ensemble cast that includes Will Smith, Bill Pullman, Jeff Goldblum, Mary McDonald. Now I got to look at this movie if it's on Netflix, because I didn't care anything about watching movies, but now that I'm into a new chapter in my life, now I need to look at this movie, because she says she's coming back like this movie, like Independence Day with Jesus. June 6th, like the movie. June 6th, like the movie. Okay. Big mothership and all. Big mothership and all. I'll be back. I'll be back. Wow, this woman ain't playing, Joe. She was the 10th woman in the United States and the second in Florida to be executed since the 76th United States Supreme Court decision restoring capital punishment. This woman was raped and put and executed. And these men knew she was raped. They didn't care. They knew she had problems. They knew what a childhood she had. They didn't care. They raped her, give the men remedial treatment and therapy, and send them back out. They say, okay, I changed, and they go back and rape again. Okay. After death. Well, Wuornos' body was cremated, and her ashes were spread beneath a tree in her native Michigan by Botkins. Well, Wuornos requested that Natalie Merchant's song, Carnival, and this is a song I'm going to have to listen to, Carnival. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I ever listened to it. I don't think I ever listened to this song. But I'll listen to this song and I'll look at that movie. Then I'll probably be doing a part 2 on this video. Be played at her funeral. Merchant commented on this when asked why she permitted Carnival to be played during the credits of the documentary Aileen, Life and Death of a Serial Killer. When director Nick Broomfield sent a working edit of the film, I was so disturbed by the subject that I couldn't even watch it. Aileen Wuornos led a torturing life that is beyond my worst nightmare. It wasn't until I was told that Aileen spent many hours listening to my album, Tigerly, while on death row, and requested Carnival be played at her funeral that I gave permission for the use of the song. It's very odd to think of the places my music can go once it leaves my hands. If it gave her some solace, I have to be grateful. It's just a, oh, and I'm pretty sure she ain't the only one that this happened to. No, no, because I have a sister that tortured inside to this day. She's still tortured inside to this day of what my grandfather did to her and what other men since him have done to her. But she never killed any of them. She had a child also that was, I think, he caused the murder of that baby. She lost that baby, however. And she never killed anybody. But she was, she just lived through it. And she in her 50s now, and she's still living through the memories and the torture of that. And women like her that are silent in this, it seems Cardi B is channeling that. Bromfield later speculated on Wuornos' motive and state of mind. I think this anger developed inside her as she was working as a prostitute. I think she had a lot of awful encounters on the road, and I think this anger just spilled out from inside her and finally exploded. It explodes. It finally exploded because she's living this life of prostitute because she has no choice. As most women, they have no choice but to be providers. So she had no choice but to become a provider of herself, but by whatever means she could find necessary. Stealing, robbing, whatever. Just to be raped by a convicted rapist who she killed, and she was condemned for killing a rapist, a known convicted rapist that raped her. That's when she became condemned. That's when she became condemned of murder because she killed him. She could have chosen another life and just sit back and just live through it, life as years after years after years, and then sit back and just think about all those years, how your life could have been different. But this is the space, the path that you continue to walk. Now, according to the article, it goes on to say that her anger um, spilled out from inside her, exploded into an incredible violence. I don't know if it exploded into incredible violence. I, it wasn't her anger that exploded. It was people raping her and she defending herself. That is not an explosive of violence. At least not how I understand it. She was just defending herself in a violent way. But her violent ways was due to being raped. Like she said, the first man raped her, the grandfather raped her all those years, then his associate raped her, got her pregnant. She had the child that died of, if you see he died of alcohol issues, I'm not sure. Her grandmother died of, I think her mother died of liver failure. All kinds of stuff happened to this poor child. And her son died, I think. Everybody died. Even he was given up for adoption or whatever. But, like he said, that was her way of surviving. I think Aileen really believed that she had killed. She did. If this man raped you, if a man is raping you, it's not self-defense for a woman to kill a man that's physically attacking, raping her. That is not considered self-defense. Okay, I don't know. I think someone, I think Aileen, okay, I think someone who deeply psychotic can really tell the difference between something that is life threatening and something that is a it's a minor disagreement. It's not a minor disagreement to be raped over and over and over again. It's a minor disagreement. I want the cat. She said no. He forcefully takes the cat. She says no. What she does, pulls out a gun and kills him. Okay. I don't think the woman was psychotic. And I think she knew the difference between something that is life threatening. So it's not life threatening to be raped. I think I guess is what he's saying here. It's not life threatening when somebody is raping you because they're just raping you. They're not trying to kill you, they're just raping you, disrespecting you. And a minor disagreement. It's just a minor disagreement. I said no. He said yeah. I said no. He said yeah. He said yes and takes it. That's a minor disagreement. Okay. Moving on. That you could say something that she didn't agree with. Of course she didn't agree with it. I don't agree with that. She would get into a screaming black temper about it. You know what is a black temper? A screaming black temper. You scream and you in pain. I don't know about a black temper. And I think that's what had caused these things to happen. And this is a man speaking. This is why he don't understand. And at the same time, when she wasn't in those extreme moods, there was an incredible humanity to her. I don't think a man can understand what this woman is going through. So what he's saying here makes absolutely no sense to me. Now, huh? Huh? Hold up. Anyway, you're talking about I wanted to go to Red Lobster earlier today. He didn't answer me now, 9:17. He won't answer me close at 10. I'll wait till tomorrow. Anyway, let's get back to the article. FBI Corporal Robert K. Russell mentioned will only briefly in his Russell mentioned her only briefly in his autobiographical history of 20 years with the FBI. Writing in 92, he said he often does not discuss female serial killers because they tend to kill in sprees instead of on a subsequent fashion. He noted Wuornos as the sole exception. And this one thing, yeah, because she didn't bite off people's nipples. She didn't bite them in nipples off and left it in their mouth as a serial. You rape her and you die. I guess that's a serial. Rape her and you die. Rape some other women, you just suffer and die. Or whatever later on, die of some disease or something like that. In 2002, journalist Sue Russell wrote a book about Wuornos called Lethal Intent. In 2012, Lisa Kessler and Daphne Gottlieb edited and published a collection of letters written over a 10-year span from Wuornos to Botkins. The book is titled Dear Dawn. Aileen Wuornos in her own words. And like she said, she got to cover these people executed a woman that was raped so they can write books, documentaries, films, television, and other media. And like she said, this is what she had the problem with. This is who she hated. And now all of this is coming to the front and it's being channeled through Cardi B. And these are the references of this story. I'm not going to read what all these stories is about. But what I'm going to do is to watch the movie Independence Day with Will Smith in it, and listen to that Cardi B song with that breast thing. I'm like, what in the world? What in the world breast got to do with this? Anyway, I guess I'll find out through some of these through I guess one of these YouTube creators who decodes and give the meaning of what her song may mean. But anyway, that's it for this video. And I will see you in the next one.